Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to my 3019th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, this is exciting. Wait until you see what's going on out there. Trading is risky. Do you know how I know? Because we're having a losing month. I can't trade my way out of a paper bag this month. Now, traders, there's one saving grace about the Omni having a losing month in January. Now, the month's not over. Anything can happen this week. But right now, I'm just getting my butt kicked. We rarely have losing months. If we could shake this crap out now in January, rock and roll, right? We got a long way to go. I think last year we had 2 losing months. One of them was for $800. You know what I mean? The other one was for $8,000. But we don't have that many losing months. The year before, I think we had 1 losing month. Don't hold me to it, but I think the year before, the Omni only had 1 losing month. Last year, we had 2 losing months. That's not bad out of 12. So this month, I don't know that I could save it, but if we get the losses out now early, beautiful thing, it's only January. Anyway, risky. I've been doing this 44 years, and I'm getting beat up this month. Anyway, traders, this is about silver. The precious metal that's gone absolutely haywire. It traded 117. Hold on a moment, because this has never been said by me or anyone else on the planet, not even since before Jesus. No one has ever said these words. Silver is trading at the price of $117 an ounce. All right, but you must understand something. You've got to be careful not to just come plowing in at this point. If you missed it, you missed it. And let me explain something to you. I started in the silver pit when I was an 18-year-old kid back in 1982. Silver. This is a silver dollar. I carry it in my pocket. I've been carrying silver dollar in my pocket for, I don't know, longer than I can remember. I started at 18. And I carry a gold Krugerrand. Always. I've always got these both in my pocket at all times. And the interesting thing about these two is that when I started as an 18-year-old kid on the trading floor, this guy hovered somewhere between, on a really big rally, $21, and on a really big drop, $7.50. And it just stayed around $21 to $7.50. After the Hunt brothers did their little march and tried to corner the markets in the late 70s, silver went back to what it was worth, and then from there, $7.50, $21, maybe $23, and it just kind of stayed there. So, at the same time, gold was $265 when I put this one in my pocket. Gold went all the way to $5,000, made it to $4,000, while silver was still sitting in the 20s. How is this possible? This is what I want to explain to you. Do you know why silver finally made its move? Platinum increased thousands of dollars since I started on the trading floor. Copper was 65 cents. It's $5.60. Palladium was $300. It's $2,000. As I mentioned, gold, $265, went to $4,000, and silver was still, 40 years later, stuck in the 20s or the teens. How is that possible? Does anybody know? I grew up on the metals exchange, if you will, 18 years old as a kid. I'm, past 18 now. I grew up there. Here's what I want to tell you. You guys will recognize this. Do you remember GameStop? Do you know what GameStop was? GameStop was the type of stock that huge funds looked at and said, this stock will never go up. Do you know why? We don't care if it ever makes money. We're going to sell it down and sell calls against it and collect the premium on the calls. And if it tries to go up, we'll all come in collectively and sell it back down again and sell calls and collect the premium on the calls. And they did this to GameStop for years and years on end until finally it reached the point that those short funds kind of got caught. Because a bunch of kids on Reddit and a few other big platforms got together, it made a buzz, they all plowed into GameStop at the same time, and collectively was more than the funds were holding short, and they got caught, and GameStop finally went up. Well, I promise you, you could read any nonsense that you want on this planet about silver. It is being held down for 40 years. I watched this happen. The major funds and the big banks, you've read all the controversy nonsense over the years about the Morgans and the Goldmans and holding this silver and they don't have enough of it and blah, blah, blah. Well, I have watched these cats sell silver and sell calls against it for 44 years in my career. It finally went just now. Finally, they've been holding it. And what happened is it finally got too big. Silver got noticed, too many people came in, and the funds that have been selling it short for 40 years finally got caught. And we have seen it happen. And here's what I'm noticing today. Now, there's no way of me noticing this, knowing this for sure. I have no facts, and I cannot find statistics that would prove anything, because I don't know if they'd be real anyway. But I think what you're witnessing today are the final funds that couldn't take the shorts anymore. Even if they got long to hedge it, they couldn't take it anymore, and they're blasting out today. We've made it to 117. It was 103 this morning. I know this because I was trying to buy 102.50s. I didn't get in. Anyway, it was 103, the price of silver this morning. It made it to 117. I am telling you now, finally the funds who couldn't handle it have gotten out, which is kind of getting towards capitulation. Now, I think a lot of funds reversed and got long, and they're going to be in this too, but what you're seeing here is the final squeeze that are getting out those short funds. The same thing they did to GameStop. They had silver that way for 4 decades. Finally, it went. You can't expect silver to end up being a $500 item. When the smoke clears and the sense comes back, it's probably not going to stay that high. You got to realize this is a forced, it's a forced short squeeze finally. There's got to be a few funds left that just made this happen. Now, of course, there's a lot of long funds too. I'm not saying all funds got blown out here, but I watched for 40 years them hold it down. There's no way they were able to get out of those positions, nor would they have wanted to get out, because they've been able to withstand everything that's ever come at silver for 40 years. It always went back down. They won. So they weren't quick to get out of their shorts, I promise you. And what you're witnessing could be the final, we're out, the ones who were wrong. Now, that doesn't mean the long funds aren't going to take it a bit higher, but be careful here. At this point, do not just plow into silver. This is not the way in. It's $5,000. Every time silver goes from 101 to 102, you would have made or lost $5,000 on a one lot. And today it went from 103 to 117. Think about the price of a one lot. If you're wrong, you got to be careful here. I'm not telling you not to have fun in silver, but if you haven't made money yet and you don't know this market, I don't know that you want to get in here. Now, look at the other markets. They're all going. It's not just silver. Look at gold. Gold is just exploding. But gold has been going up for my entire career. More so in the last couple of years than ever, but it's been going up slowly my entire career with platinum and palladium and copper, but not silver. It's been artificially held down for decades. So that blow off, much bigger, much faster, and as you see, silver's just gone crazy compared to the others. They're going, but silver's gone crazy. That's your gold chart. Gold loves these channels. Look at it. It just loves these channels. What a creature of channels. Platinum. Look at that. Platinum gone crazy. But once again, platinum stayed with gold and slowly appreciated in price. Didn't sit down doing nothing for 40 years. Different story. So, a much steeper channel is starting to develop here. And boy, is it running up that channel. So platinum, look at this one. Look at palladium. Look at that thing starting to go. That's over $2,000 now. And then you've got the one that kind of we should have been in today. I just didn't put it out as an Omni. I probably should have, but we didn't bother trading it. I don't usually put my OmniX in something like copper. But I had a really nice trade set up in copper last night for a fat rally, and it sure did rally nicely today. Now, copper's $250 a point. Every time copper moves 1 point, it's $250. So you better know what you're doing if you're going to play this bad boy. It's a big one. Just pointing the metals out to you guys. Just wanted you to see what's going on here. But this is the one you need to be careful about, because I promise you there are funds that never dreamed it could ever be up here, and they got squeezed today. A lot of times that creates a capitulation. Be careful thinking that you can just buy this now. It's going to be really tricky from here. The smart money has been made. That being said, traders, I'm going to come out with another video and show it to you, but you know, I've got a quote board I look at. I watch sectors. The indices sector has gone up dramatically. The bonds, you know, bonds, they do their thing. The Fed kind of controls them. We leave that off to the side. The metals, if you're looking at commodity sector, is gone through the roof dramatically. Nobody bothers trading the meat markets anymore, so we're not going to talk about pork bellies. What's left? Because the currencies have gone. They've gone because the dollar's gone down. There's nothing left but the grains, kids. See these right here? Soybeans, wheat, soy meal, bean oil, corn, oats, all the stuff I watch in the grain department, soy meal, everything. That stuff hasn't gone anywhere yet. Fund managers aren't blind. They've taken the metals, boom. They've taken the currencies, boom. Right? The crude's up there a little bit. Nobody's touched the grains for a while. Watch that sector. Coming soon to a theater near us. As soon as the spring planting starts, you watch. They're going to have some fun in the grains because everything else is getting too expensive. Anyway, wanted to bring this to you midday because I know a lot of traders, you know, they get a little bit excited, and I don't want you to do anything crazy in the silver at this point. If you missed that boat, it's just too big of a boat to chase. Traders, I hope this helps. Oh, you know what? Before we stop that, something interesting. Watch this. Back to the quote board. The price of Solana, right here, SOL, down 265. The price of Ethereum, down 1550. The price of Bitcoin, down $1,565. And oddly enough, thank you to this crowd of Omniacs we have, we're up. The Omni token is up. Thank you so much, Omniacs. We love you guys. I'm there with you. You know, the token's almost fully subscribed. You know that, right? It's almost done. That which means it can only go in one place as long as nobody gets crazy and starts trying to bail. We've got a good thing going on. We've got Omniacs around the world still bailing in. We've got our influencers giving us more FaceTime out there, if you will. And you've got me making sure that I will back you guys in every way. But we're doing well. We had bull flag after bull flag, and it looks like it's building another. And something I showed earlier today, this is the chart from the day we started it, Omni start day. It went, I thought was a bull flag to a flag to a breakout, to another flag, to a breakout, to another flag, to another breakout. And if you ask me, I think that breakout is another flag. Congratulations, Omniacs around the world. We're doing well. Make sure that you defend this coin on a red bar. Go in and buy. You see a red bar on that chart, you go in and buy a little bit. Around the world, Omniacs do. I will do the same, and we'll keep this organically moving higher. And I promise you, I've got a lot more Omniacs coming in. I promise you, now that you can buy it right there on Coinbase Wallet, as you can see, we have a lot more people getting in, and that will just continue. And the day comes that Coinbase actually opens us up to the bigger side of Coinbase. Wow. But we're applying for other exchanges, and we've got our influencers doing their thing, and you know me, I'm doing mine, and I'm there to help back you up. Congratulations, Omniacs. You know, I've said many times that I've helped Omniacs around the world, and people go, well, Oscar, how do you say that? I'm going to show you something quick and simple, if I can get to it without messing up my chart. Hey, wait, let me see if I can show it to you on another chart. Very easy if I could find this. It's over here. Oscar, you've helped people around the world. You've made this claim. And I tell them all the time, it's not a claim. I get contacted from people that just make me so happy for what's happened to them. So I'm not going to go through a lot of them. This is all public information, so there's nothing here that you can't see. But here's what I will show you. This person's up $117,000. Whoever these people are, it's all public. You can just look yourself. This person's up $105,000. The next person on the list is up $83,000. I could go down this list all day, kids. Everybody that has met me so far has done well because they've met the Omni for what it does in the world of analysis and calling markets, or they got into the Omni trading token, and we're helping people all over the world. This is actually happening. This is a gift from God, if you ask me, because usually when you start up a crypto, it doesn't actually take, right? They fail. But we have Omniacs all around the world that defend one another and protect each other, and no, I'm going to protect you as well. And look at what's happening. Congratulations, Omniacs. We love you guys. All right, I'm going to end with this chart. Ready, kids? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, thank you for what you do. Get yourselves long the Omni token. I will be there to help you.